Good Wednesday morning, 2 a.m. Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich, and this is your outlook for December 17th, 2014. And before we get into the video today, I wanted to give a special shout out to the meteorology class up in Bloomfield High School. I believe that is up just north of Newark here in Essex County, New Jersey. I had a very nice email from one of our fans, John, who is a member of that class, and sent us a very nice email that enjoys the videos every single day. And so we want to give you a special shout out for the beginning of the video today. Going to the map today. Now this is looking at overnight. Just want to show you a couple different things of what happened here. We had a low pressure moving up here through the Great Lakes. This ended up transferring to another system offshore here, which is not really significant for our area. This is still moving away. But we had a cold front that's going to be coming through this morning associated with this. Is going to be pushing off the coast. Once this low pressure consolidates off the New England coast here. So we're going to go a little bit further here in time and show you what the afternoon looks like. You can see it's up here in the Gulf of Maine here at this point. Cold front pushes through, and we're going to get noticeably windier today. So we're going to have clouds and fog early on before that front moves through. Once this clears through from west to east, you're going to see the winds pick up. Skies are going to clear out nicely, but you're going to have wind gusts, probably winds sustained 10 to 15, gusts to, the 25 to 30 mile per hour range are not out of the question. This wind is going to be here our wind gust potential is going to be here through Thursday. Nothing incredible here. This is not really windy conditions here, but you can see with the tight isobars here, you're going to have the chance for the windier conditions. At least through Thursday, and then we start clearing out here even more so on Thursday and Friday. I call it mostly sunny skies to partly cloudy skies on both days. And then we're going to be watching this system down to the south. This is the one everybody's been talking about over the last couple of days here, and whether or not it's going to hit, whether or not it's going to be a big storm or something that's going to be a nuisance. Right now, I will say the models are pretty sold that this storm is going to be a nuisance. It's coming out of the Gulf of Mexico area. And there's a couple different issues with this system and why it can still go to a bigger storm solution here. We're going to go to a broader view here and just give you the broader picture of just the eastern half of the United States. Actually a little more than the eastern half here, but this is we're sitting up here, and this is our storm system here that's going to come in from basically the western Gulf of Mexico region. The southern jet is really screaming at this point. Coming up like this. There's your southern jet. The northern stream is trying to dig in here, but it's still a split flow pattern. When we talk about a split flow, we're talking about two different jets, northern and southern stream, remaining separate. And when you have a split flow pattern, sometimes the models have difficulty with that. That is not this is not a surprise here. Showing you a different vantage point here. Here's your southern jet. Here's your system down here that I was just showing you. Southern jet's still up here like this. And you have your northern stream coming here like this. So you're still at a split flow. You're not two separate jets are not interacting with one another. What you need to have a big storm here is the northern jet is going to have to dive down into the southern jet here and interact with it to really wrap up the storm and bring it up the coast as a big storm here, like it was shown on the models earlier in the week. And we're really not having that right now, in large part to the ridging out west not being as prominent. We talk about we just talked about the jet streams here. You're talking about a 250 millibar jet. Now this is way up here, way up in the atmosphere. A 250 millibar jet of 175 knots running into that ridge in the western United States. So if that is correct as modeled, obviously there wouldn't be enough of a ridge out west to give you that big amplification you would need in the east. You need something like this, with a big deep trough in the east here like this. And the only way you're going to get that ridge out there is if that jet slows down a little bit. So that's the forecast challenges we're having right now with how to handle the system here on over the weekend here. If this did hit, the storm does hit. I'll put this in motion too so you can see the broad picture. If this storm did hit, it does look right now as modeled that it would stay weak and the branches of the jet streams would stay, the northern and southern branch would stay separate, rendering this system weak and less amplification in the east as a result. And then this would just slide out of here. But you do have some precipitation here coming into our area, and this would be in the form of snow. We'll move this a little bit closer here. The models are not disagreeing, the ones that are having this, keeping this weak, are not disagreeing that it's going to bring some snow here, but just very light amounts. You can see these light grays here. These are very light amounts, generally under a tenth of an inch, maybe 2/10 of an inch at most here. But as this system here, which is our main system off the Carolina coast here, instead of taking a turn up the coast and bombing out and getting very strong, since those jet streams are not phased together, would just slide out this way. but it will have enough on the northern fringe, we think, that it will give some snow, but just minor amounts. I mean, we're talking about less than 2 inches total here of snow, and then it lifts off to the northeast here, and it's pretty much out of here. Here's your storm system. See you later. It's only 1,012 millibars as it moves off the coast. And the other day when it was showing this big storm, we were talking about 998, 996, 990 sitting right out here. I mean, if you had something like that, you'd have some tremendous snowfall back in here, but it's really not showing that right now. It is way east and way weak. Again, because of those jet streams not coming together. So these are some of the things we're going to sort out over the next couple days here. And until we get better data sampling and the energy is in an area where observations can be taken from that energy and it can be sampled and properly integrated into the models, which we're not having right now, we might get some better information once that happens. And that's not expected to happen until later today, tonight, and early tomorrow morning. So once we get that data integrated in the models, you might see some changes with this, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to go back to this big storm that was showing here a couple days ago. You could. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen, though. We still need to have that ridge out west, to be more amplified, or else you're not going to have any storm here, regardless of whatever energy or pieces you're trying to sample with the northern and southern jet stream. But we'll keep an eye on it as a southern stream system, so anytime you have a southern stream system coming out of the Gulf of Mexico, they have the potential to overperform. So we'll keep an eye on it. Right now we'll go with a call with just lighter snows, but if something changes, we'll certainly let you know. Eastern PA Weather 30 meteorologist Bobby Martrich, and that is your outlook for December 17th, 2014. Have a great Wednesday.